Welcome to Beast Whisperer. The African Savannah was beginning to awaken. The golden dawn crept across the plains of the Serengeti, casting long shadows over the tall grasses. A hush hung in the air, the kind of silence that speaks louder than noise. It was a silence filled with anticipation, mystery, and the quiet tension of survival. In the heart of this vast wilderness lay a pride of lions, regal, commanding, and feared. At its center stood Baruti, a majestic male lion whose mane flowed like fire in the wind. His roar had echoed through these plains for years, a sound that sent antelope scattering and hyenas into retreat. Beside him was Amara, the lioness he had protected and hunted with for nearly 5 seasons. She was not just a mate, she was his companion, the mother of his cubs, the heart of his pride. Sleek, strong, and intelligent, Amara was known to every predator in the region. She moved like a whisper and struck like thunder. But this story, this moment, was not one of dominance or the natural rhythm of predator and prey. It was something far more primal, far more terrifying. That morning, Baruti awoke to a scent in the air, a disturbance. Something wasn't right. Amara wasn't beside him, nor were their cubs. A low growl rumbled in his throat. His instincts surged. He began to move through the tall grass, each paw step silent but deliberate, tracking her scent with growing urgency. Then he heard it, a faint rustling, not like prey fleeing. No, it was something heavy, sinister, twisting through the brush, and then a muffled snarl. He bolted. His massive frame thundered through the savannah, eyes scanning, ears locked on the sound. And what he saw next froze him in place. Amara, she was on her side, thrashing, legs kicking in desperate rhythm. Wrapped around her, tight as steel, was a massive African rock python. It was easily 20 feet long, its muscular coils crushing her ribcage with every pulse. Its thick body shimmered in the early light, muscles rippling with unnatural strength. Its mouth was latched near her shoulder, fangs embedded. The serpent's cold, lifeless eyes were locked on its prize. Amara was suffocating. The python wasn't hunting for food. It was eliminating a threat. Baruti's vision blurred with rage. A roar so powerful it shook nearby trees erupted from his chest. It wasn't just a cry of dominance. It was war. It was love. He charged. The python didn't flinch at first. It had taken down warthogs and jackals. It had no reason to fear. Until Baruti struck. He leapt with the fury of a god, fangs exposed, claws slicing through the air. His jaws clamped down on the python's midsection, and with one violent thrash, he tore a chunk of its flesh. The snake retaliated, uncoiling one loop and launching it toward Baruti's face. The force knocked him sideways, but it wasn't enough. He came again, and again, each attack more savage, more frenzied. He clawed at the thick coils wrapped around Amara, tore through scale and sinew, ignored the pain of the python's tail whipping against his ribs. Blood filled the air. Dust clouded the scene. The ground beneath them shook with the violence of the struggle. Finally, with one last roar, deeper, more desperate than the rest, Baruti plunged his teeth into the base of the python's head. The serpent stiffened, then went limp. The coils loosened. Amara gasped, her lungs finally expanding after what felt like an eternity. Baruti stumbled back, chest heaving, eyes fixed on her. His side was bleeding. A long gash from the python's tail marked his shoulder, but he didn't care. Amara slowly stood, legs trembling. They locked eyes. No words, of course, but in that moment, there was understanding, bond, gratitude that needed no voice. Then, from the bushes, small shapes emerged. Their cubs. They had hidden at the first sound of danger, but now crept out cautiously, mewling softly. Baruti lowered his head and let them nuzzle him. Amara licked their fur, checking each one for harm. And then, without any signal, without rehearsal, the entire pride gathered in a circle around the python's carcass. Baruti stood over it, not as a trophy, but as a statement, a reminder that no creature, no matter how strong, how silent, threatens the pride and walks away. Days later, the news of the lion's battle with the python spread quickly, through the winds, the watering holes, the cracked earth. Other predators avoided the area for weeks. Scavengers picked at the python's remains, but never dared linger too long. And something changed in the pride. Baruti wasn't just a leader now. He was a legend. And Amara? She became a symbol of strength and survival. Her close brush with death made her fiercer, more protective. She trained her cubs not just to hunt, but to be aware, to be wise. She never strayed far again, but never lived in fear. Their bond deepened in ways words could never capture. They hunted side by side, rested together beneath the acacia trees, and roared together when the sun dipped low on the horizon. Not every day in the savannah is life or death, but some days remind even the wildest hearts what love, loyalty, and protection truly mean. Baruti didn't just save his mate. He reminded every creature on the plains that when you touch one lion, you awaken them all, and that the roar of love is sometimes the loudest sound in nature. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel for more interesting stories of animals.